Hey y'all, it's Tamara and Jeremy, and it's time for another episode of Relationship Reali-Tea with the Garlands. And now this episode is all about Married at First Sight, Season 15, Episode 2. We are about to get into the rest of the weddings, and by the end of this episode, all 5 couples will have met each other and got legally married.
Yeah, and I think we'll have a lot to say about it.
Let's get into it.
Cheers. So we left off with the end of Justin and Alexis's wedding, which was beautiful. They have a beautiful setting in San Diego. She looked amazing in her dress.
Chef's kiss.
Vows were beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, hers especially, and they both seemed pretty happy.
Except there's a red flag alert.
What is the red flag alert?
She said, I know I asked for tall, but 6'8"? Oh, that's big. It's like, girl, like it's too much. It's too much.
That was, I don't know if that's a red flag for me. That's more of like a pink flag, maybe. Maybe just a hint, but I still have high hopes for them.
Yeah.
How wild is it that Nate and Stacia got each other basically the same gift?
Yes. Oh, I love that. I really have high hopes for this couple. You know, I love a fellow entrepreneur, and entrepreneurs in love is my life. So I need this to work out.
I have high hopes for them too. I really see them working out. Like they seem like they're ready for this.
Yeah, absolutely. Stacia and Nate are married.
Oh, it was such a beautiful ceremony.
Oh, yeah, it was really sweet.
From the start, it seemed like they were just in harmony in a way.
Yeah. And not to say that they won't, have some, problems, but every couple does. Right. But I'm rooting for them. I think they look great together. They seem to like each other. They have goals the same, so that is huge. And he likes the fact that she's a boss and she's independent. So, yeah. I can't wait to see their first interaction.
Yeah.
Let's watch. 2 down, 3 to go.
Stacia and Nate just had all of their reception and everything like that. They got to talk. He talked about how he didn't want to be talking to the camera. He wanted to be getting to know her. He said a lot of sweet things. She did too. She was talking about their great grandchildren already, and really big dreaming, which was really nice to see.
Yeah. No, they were so sweet while taking their wedding photos, and their first dance was very romantic. I think that they're going to do well. They seem to like each other. Nate is definitely attracted to her, which we know was a big, huge thing for him.
Justin and Alexis just had their first dance.
Aww. I can't keep watching these weddings, honey. I want another wedding.
I know you do. We already had 2.
I want a 3rd. But back to Justin and Alexis.
It did not end well.
What didn't end well?
Their first dance.
Oh, why?
Justin told Alexis that he'd been celibate for 1.5 years.
Yeah.
And she proceeded to shout out to all of her friends, the entire guest list at the wedding. He's celibate.
He's celibate, y'all.
He's celibate.
This man ain't getting none. Why was that necessary?
Why would you do that to
Alexis,
your husband?
God, girl, come on.
That's your husband.
Do better. We don't need to embarrass people. That is just, it's too much. He told you in an intimate, very open and intimate moment, and you crane your neck
immediately.
And be he's celibate, y'all.
And it was weird because their whole first dance, they were holding each other close. She was looking up at him, looking him in the eyes. And I said at the time that even though she's doing this, I feel like she has these really big, close walls up. And I think that kind of shows that those walls were there and they were just...
Yeah, it goes to show that you're she's not connecting with him. she's listening to what he's saying, but not connecting.
Yeah.
So Miguel and Lindy are next. They are picking out their bridal attire. Their wedding attire? All I care about are brides because dresses are pretty. But, so do you find it concerning that her friends are really talking about how she's such an overthinker and she has so much anxiety and all those things of being like a problem in their marriage? What do you think?
It's going to be an issue, but she knows this about herself. So that means she's acknowledged and is willing to work on it.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be a challenge, but something they can work through. And he seems very patient, and thoughtful and considerate. So I think they've matched these two very well.
I just want to say, as an overthinker myself and someone who has anxiety myself, and Jeremy's an overthinker and also has anxiety, it's not the end of the world. And we are all capable of growth.
Yeah.
We are all capable of figuring out more tools and more ways to ease our anxiety and to not let the thoughts get the better of us. And I feel like we've definitely both learned that over the years, our own, tips, our own tricks, our tools that we use to help with the overthinking and the anxiety. So it's not a death sentence. It's not the worst thing in the world. And I feel like I just want people to know that. Like, you can gain more control over those things. You can figure out ways to manage your overthinking and your anxiety. So I just had to drop that.
Boom.
So I have to say, this whole notion of like, oh, only the wrong guys come to me and the wrong women come to me and that's why I can't find my person. I'm sorry, y'all. If you are consistently attracting the wrong kind of people to date as a partner, two things. One, always the wrong guy or wrong person until it's the right person. Two, if you are attracting the same toxic kind of people, it's you. Tough love from a life coach. I love you, but look at your habits, look at the things that you are doing and the things that you are putting out in the world, because whatever energy you're putting out is what you're getting back. No boom?
Boom.
Thank you.
Lindy and Miguel just had their ceremony, and their officiant is the star of the show.
Good job, Maths. We love him.
Wow.
He was amazing.
His crowning moment was when he stepped away while leading up to "You May Kiss the Bride," so he would not be in the picture.
Yes.
They had this beautiful flower backdrop behind them for their first kiss, and he's not in it. Amazing. Great work.
As someone who has had 2 weddings, that doesn't always happen. It rarely happens, I feel like. But what a great touch. He was a good officiant. But all I have to say is, Maths, if you're watching and you come do a season in Vegas,
I mean,
he's a great officiant too.
Just saying.
Miguel and Lindy are too cute. We just saw them get married. They are just, oh my gosh, they're just giving me a toothache. They are so giving me a toothache. And I was about to go on a rant about how you should not tell the person that you're dating or marrying at first sight that you have a weird nerdy habit, like the first thing you say to them. He pulled out the D&D cube thingy. Like
20-sided dice, I think.
Oh my god, what a
20-sided die.
What a boner killer. It's a 20-sided boner killer. But
Lindy took it as a positive. She thought it was so cute and viewed it as a positive that he's passionate about a hobby. She seems really sweet.
She seems perfect for him. So accepting of his nerdy, beyond nerdy habit, and She doesn't know about the cosplay yet, so we'll see.
Krysten and Mitch. Mitch had his Groomzilla moment. Where he said, it's not about looking good. It's about what I want to look like on my day.
Well, honey,
I understand it. You want to feel confident. Like
as a bearded man.
And I really do. I understand like feeling that pressure.
You just, it's because Mitch has so many red flags.
Yeah.
You don't want to like side with him.
But I get it from his perspective because it adds to like what he's not dealing with though is that underlying anxiety. Because it's not about the beard, it's about his anxiety.
Right. It's about the pressure of doing something so huge when he has a long history of not committing, running away from commitment, and now he's doing the thing. He's walking down the aisle, he's getting married, it's a legal marriage. So.
Right.
Oh, the bow tie.
Oh, the bow tie! So he's already had 2 freakouts. Well, I mean, I get it. There is a lot of pressure on anyone's wedding day. I'm not going to hold this one against you too much, Mitch.
Just this much.
Right, but
it's not this much.
Right.
Progress.
Because there's a lot of pressure on your wedding day in general, and then it's your wedding day and you've got cameras on you for the first time in your life. Like, that's a lot to deal with.
It is, yeah.
So, I'm giving you a little bit of a pass this time.
So it's a pink flag, not a red flag.
But his inability to deal with his own emotions, I think, is the bigger issue here.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. And then Krysten with her dad.
Like, wow. Listen, over the seasons, we've seen some brides and grooms do interesting things with how to tell their family that they're about to be married at first sight. Yeah. And this has to be one of the most interesting because not only did he travel there under false pretenses the day of, homegirl already has bride hair and makeup done.
Right. It's like, hey, Dad, glad you're here.
Want to say it? Want to talk? I have a lot of things to say. I'm getting married today. And I don't know him. You don't know him. Don't nobody know him. Will you walk me down the aisle?
Cliffhanger. Cliffhanger on that. Cliffhanger on how much Mitch is going to fall apart as the wedding goes on. This is a mess.
I have to say, episode 2 did not disappoint. So much is happening. So many things that you're like, ooh, is this going to be really good or is this going to be terrible?
And then, the best thing about this show are the marriages that work out.
Yes.
And seeing people fall in love. That's my favorite part of this show.
Yes, of course.
And I feel like we're going to see a lot of that this season.
Aw, my hopeless romantic. Well, that's all for this episode. We will see you on the next episode of Married at First Sight. Until then, we love you and be good to yourselves and each other.
Bye.